What is up, guys? Matt Visual here, bringing you another dynamic event, or should I say events, because this is like an hour of footage that I just kind of edited up, cut up to little pieces so I can show you how really dynamic events kind of lead you into each other, and it's really hard to really get lost, should I say, or not find anything to do in the world. Exploring definitely rewards you in this game. Also, guys, I wanted to mention, if you guys want to see like unedited footage of just me not talking and just me playing, let me know in the comment section. I didn't think that you guys would like that, so that's why I kind of cut him up and kind of talk about it while I show it to you guys. Anyway, guys, this is in a human area. I think level 1 to 15. This is like at the bottom left corner of the map. It is going, we're supposed to be protecting a caravan. It's going to this town that's, it also leads to Casas Hills. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. So here we're protecting a caravan all the way to this town, and it's really cool to hear the voice acting as you're protecting the caravan from the centaurs here. It's it immerses you in the game. Like, how come no one says anything, while centaurs are attacking their caravan? Like, here in Guild Wars 2 you actually hear that. Like, oh no, please attack them now, and stuff like that. It's really cool. As you see here, we're about to complete this dynamic event. It reached a town, and we're gonna get our karma points here. And as you can see, like, it leads you to a different area and another heart. So this one is like train with the militia here, and basically there's like a bunch of, I guess, mini games around here, and you're supposed to, the one I kind of stick to was the shooting range. So basically you have to hold, which pressing 1, and kind of hold 1 and then fire when he says fire. It was really like all the hearts and dynamic events really have a different feel to them, and it feels like they put time into it, not just some traditional quest that you just can copy and paste. So it really brings a good feeling to the game. I think at the left corner you can see another mini game there. It looks like a blocking mini game. I never really got to try it since I just got kind of used to the shoot and fire. It's nice and easy. And I'm pretty sure it probably would give around the same same amount of progress. So it didn't really matter to me. But probably next time I play in the beta, I'll try it out. So as we roam out of town here, remember, this is all in the same area. We found like a little skill point icon. We're like, okay, me and Luke was like, all right, let's go check this out. And basically these bandits kind of pop up, and you're supposed to defeat them, and you get your skill point. And this is all around the same area. And you just kind of see it on the map. You just kind of go to it, and you just kind of run into things like dynamic events, hearts, random caves, random skill points, random treasure chests, jumping puzzles. Oh man, the jumping puzzles, those are hard to find. They put a lot of them in the game, and they put some really good time into them. After me and my friend here kind of just finished this guy off, which was so fun, we get our skill point, and we just kind of turn around, and boom, there's like a dynamic event right there in front of us. These bandits are trying to take over this ranch over here, and we're like, you know what, let's go help them out, because if we don't, they kind of take over. And I think actually here they already took over and killed all the precious NPCs that are here. Ah, sad NPCs just getting killed over and over again. As you can see, I'm playing with the engineer here. Well, in Guild Wars 2, when the beta came out, I kind of went with the Guardian, and at first I didn't like it. I was like, the Guardian is kind of slow, and the range was I felt like I needed range to really survive a little bit more, which wasn't the case as I got used to the Guardian later on when I started playing with it again. But when I took a break from the Guardian, I went to the engineer. And I actually surprisingly liked the engineer. At first, when I first saw gameplay of the engineer, I was like, oh, those tools, it seems like I'm not gonna be really pro at them, because I kind of want to learn one class and really get good with that class in PvE and PvP and learn all the builds, and then kind of move on to different classes and then learn from there. But when I first started playing the engineer, I was like, wow, I like this a lot. And when I switched to the rifle, it was even better because I can CC them with the number 2 skill, and then blast them with of course with my regular spam 1, and then the number 3 one does like a wide AoE shot, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. And then when I get my turrets later, they just kind of blast everyone away, and especially if the creatures don't really aggro the turrets, it's awesome. So after you beat the bandits behind over there, and the morale kind of goes down, of course you get your points for completing the dynamic event, and then you see the bandits start to run, and you're like, where you going? Where you going? You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. So we chased them all the way back to the camp, which was a good idea, but of course the difficulty kind of went up there. So we see me and my friend here trying to defeat them at their camp here and kind of drive them all the way back. And as you can see, like it kind of really ties in. It's like they don't just disappear, or just when you kill them you just kind of disappear on the floor like usual games. You actually see them like, okay, time to retreat, and you see them retreat all the way down to their camp. They actually have a place. They actually live somewhere. It's really something, and it makes you feel so cool that you actually feel like you're helping something in the world. It's not just a regular quest. I can't believe I'm saying that too much now. I'm saying that a little bit too much. You guys get the point. But yeah, it feels good to do a quest and something actually happens in the world, except for it just resets for somebody else. But so as we push them back, you see like new events keeps popping up, new hearts will keep popping up, and that's like one of the best things. To replace regular quests with this is quite amazing. And yes, it really lives up to the expectations that I was really feeling when I was watching the game. I mean, everyone kind of knew, it's like, no, there's no way this game is going to be horrible when we pick it up. But of course there's some issues here and there, but at its core, I think all this that's going on with the hearts and dynamic events, I think is really living up to what we feel the beginning of a new guild, the beginning of a new MMO era. All right, so just like how they say everyone copies WoW, which is kind of true. Everyone copies WoW because that's kind of the template that works. That's what people like. People like to be pointed in the right direction, and have the traditional questing, the traditional Holy Trinity. It works. But the thing is, after a while, things need to be updated, should I say. And Guild Wars 2 is bringing that. For the people who want something fresh, who want something new, they're going to go for this. Maybe down the road, a couple of years later, people are going to be copying Guild Wars 2. And Guild Wars 2 will be #1. I don't know. But, back then, what was it? I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this. But EverQuest. EverQuest was like the top dog. Like everyone played EverQuest. Now everyone plays WoW. Now you never know. Everybody might play Guild Wars 2. I'm not, hyping it up or boasting it a little bit up, but I mean, from what I played, it's a really good game. I see potential of it being #1, and maybe everyone will start copying Guild Wars 2, and maybe Guild Wars 2 will be thrown down 7 years down the ladder. You never know. It's like a cycle, I think. And you never know. A game 4 years later might put something out with even better stuff than Guild Wars 2. And guess what? Guess who made them got to that point? Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 tried to create something different and creative and innovative, and inspired other people to kind of create their own thing. And then, it gets better. It only helps. Competition only helps the gaming community. For things like Call of Duty, has no competition, and yet they put out the same thing every year. Anyways, I kind of went off topic there. Sorry about that. But what you're seeing in the background is me dying a lot. That's what you're seeing in the back there. But yeah, we were pushing all the bandits back, and we're like, we kind of explored the dungeon, or not the dungeon, but the cave, and we found this little walkway, this little bridge up to this boss, and we're like, whoa, okay. And so we started attacking him. Sadly to say, we got our behinds whooped, and that's why you see me keep dying there. So we go attack this boss, and we know we're outmatched. We're like, okay, time to run. But this boss kept pushing, and then all of a sudden, these other guys come to help. And you know, just some random guys, just some random people saw us that we need help, and they're like, okay, let's beat this boss. You know, that type of community there, that's what makes me want to play this game so bad, and why I have so much withdrawal for the game, is that people actually help you out. It's not about, okay, I'm gonna steal your kill, I'm gonna steal your boss for this quest, whatever. No, it's just something that's happening, and you come and you're gonna help us out beat this boss. Finally, a game that doesn't, you know, involve us being jerks to each other, you know. But yeah, so we begin helping each other out here, reviving each other here, and we finally push and beat the boss eventually. And this could not be achieved. This could not be achieved without them helping us. Just because the, you know, kind of the people in the area like saw an event happening on, you're like, okay, all right, these guys, there's a boss over here, let's go help. All because of that, that's why we beat the boss. So after we completed the boss fight that was in the cave right there, we just started roaming out. We were about to go back to the town. And the same place that you've seen the bandits try to take over the ranch, the same part, there was like another event there. There was actually a big old boss there that was just kind of terrorizing the area. So we're like, okay, cool, let's go. You know, it's just stuff that happens. It doesn't matter. It's in the same area. Things change in the same area that the other dynamic events were. So as you can see, like, it kind of just leads into each other. And all because there's a skill point there, you kind of walked over there, and then boom, there's another dynamic event. And sometimes it's not going to be the same event. Sometimes it's going to be something different. Hopefully I showed you guys a good example in this video here, because I really wanted to show you what exactly how dynamic events kind of feel in the game while you're playing. And how kind of just like everything kind of just syncs together. Where you see a heart, there might be a dynamic event around. If you see a skill point, there might be a dynamic event around, or another heart, or maybe even a jumping puzzles. Man, those jumping puzzles are hidden. I don't even know how some of those people find it. I don't even know how I found a couple. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and how I tied in all the dynamic events. And you know, I'll show more of these. If you guys like these, I'll show more. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later.